When I was very young, when I first got diagnosed with autism, I couldn't really speak in full sentences. I was nonverbal, but the only thing I could do was sing, and so that's how I communicated with people. Like, it has this healing power to it.
I have two boys, Hayden and Tanner. They are 17 and 15. When Hayden was born, I noticed that there was things that were medically happening that just weren't adding up. He was having some GI problems, and they were talking about comorbidities that go along with autism. And there was a slide that talked about mitochondrial disease. That affects pretty much every organ in their body. Tanner, my younger one, started having problems, and they got very exacerbated very quickly. Children who are diagnosed with mitochondrial disease before the age of 5 most likely do not live past 10 to 15 years old. They both have been in the hospital over 25 times, and caregiver burnout is so real. We have IV fluids, we have sterile dressing kits, we have ostomy supplies, we have urological supplies, we have G-tube supplies, we have all their medications. And so you have to keep a running tab of what expires when and when we have to order, so you have to be very organized.
It's hard for most people to understand what it's like for parents who have children with disabilities and who have to be with them 24/7.
About 6 months after the boys were diagnosed, somebody had mentioned to me about Ryan House. And then we did the family stay and haven't looked back. The kids just really enjoy it.
She deserves a vacation every once in a while, so that's why we come here.
She works really hard to take care of us, and she knows when she takes us here, we're in good hands to be taken care of.
And it refreshes you and renews you to get you through the next patch of time and to be able to keep giving my kids the best care that I can give them.
When they come to the house, we treat Tanner and Hayden like family because we love them. They've been coming to us since they were school age, and now all the way going into the teenage years. I think Ryan House brings a second home to them.
They've got the swimming pool, and they've got the sensory room, they've got the art room, they've got the music room, they've got the playground. It's like a cross between grandma's house and summer camp with full-time nurses.
I can't tell you how many families come here and appreciate the time here because it lets us be a family unit where we know our child is in good hands.
Just like his older sister, he gets to go to camp now and have some normalcy. For Dad and I, it gives us, again, comfort and security and alone time.
I feel like every kid who comes here just feels happy and safe and able to be themselves, knowing that there's good people like them, and just everyone else who works here does a phenomenal job.
Everybody's so nice and kind here, and it's just a really fun place to hang out. Ryan House is basically just like a big family all in one house.
Ryan House is all about making memories, right? So whether the kid comes here at 2 years old and stays until they're 21, or they start at 16 and stay until they're 18, right? We're still trying to have an impact in their lives.
Ever since I was little, I've always just loved the sound of just a roaring, purring engine. I've always loved racing.
I was able to contact a supercar club that's here in Scottsdale. The next thing you know, you hear all these supercars pulling up into our driveway.
One of them was like one of my dream cars, the Mercedes AMG GT. It's a pinnacle of German engineering.
The look that I got to witness on Hayden's face when he walked out those doors to see those cars was something I'm never gonna forget.
Children who are medically fragile didn't ask for this life. They deserve to be loved and cherished just as much as every other person in this world.
I can't even put it into words how important Ryan House is.
A place where you can go where you know you'll be safe and covered and all the things that you need is something that's very valuable.
Tanner and Hayden, they're getting the most out of their trip here, while Gina's getting the most out of her time away. Without that community support, Ryan House simply just wouldn't exist.
Without these donations from the community, families like myself and my children wouldn't have the hope, wouldn't be able to carry on, wouldn't be able to make it
all these donations and all these people helping and these expansions we're having, it's what helps us reach the community, and I'm glad that I'm able to be part of it. It really means a lot to me.